but you have friends.
What do you offer your friends to make them so supportive? What do you offer?
A consolidated consciousness resides in a darkened banqueting hall near the ceiling of a mind whose floor shifts, has 10,000 cockroaches when a shaft of light enters, and all thoughts unite in an instant accord. Body no longer expilant, as the cockroaches compromise the truth which no one ever utters.
I had a night in which everything was revealed to me. How could I speak again?
The broken woman who trusted herself alone finds the room in reality teeming and begs never to wake from the nightmare.
And they were all there. Every last one of them. And they knew my name as I scuttled like a beetle along the backs of their chairs.
Remember the light and believe the light. An instant of clarity before eternal night.
Don't let
me forget. I feel that the future is hopeless and that things cannot improve.
I am bored and dissatisfied with everything.
I am a complete failure as a person.
I am guilty. I am being punished.
I used to be able to cry, but now I am beyond tears.
Trust in other people.
I can't make decisions.
I can't eat. I can't sleep.
Can't think.
I cannot overcome my loneliness, my fear, my disgust.
Cannot write.
Cannot love.
I'm terrified of medication.
I cannot be alone.
I cannot be with others.
At 4:48, when depression visits.
I shall hang myself to the sound of my lover's breathing.
I do not want to die.
I do not want to die.
I have become so depressed by the fact of my mortality that I have decided to commit suicide.
I
do not want to live.
I'm jealous of my sleeping lover and cover his induced unconsciousness.
When he wakes, he will envy my sleepless night of thought and speech unsquared by medications.
I've resigned myself to death this year.
Some will call this self-indulgence. They are lucky to not know its truth. And some will know the simple fact of pain.
This is becoming my normality. $100 91, 81, 58, 38, 28, 37, 84, 69, 71, 21, 12, 42, 7, 44.
It wasn't for long. I wasn't there long. But drinking bitter black coffee, I catch that medicinal smell in the cloud of ancient tobacco. And something touches me in that still place. And a wound from 2 years ago opens like a cadaver, and a long, long buried shame roars its foul, decaying grief.
A room of expressionless faces just staring at my pain. So devoid of meaning. There must be evil intent.
Dr. This and Dr. That and Dr. What's This who's just passing and thought he'd pop in and take the piss as well. Burning in the hot tunnel of dismay. My humiliation complete as I shake without reason and stumble over words and have nothing to say about my illness, which anyway amounts to only knowing there is no point in anything because I am going to die. And I am deadlocked by that smooth psychiatric voice of reason that tells me there is an objective reality in which my body and mind are one. But I am not here and never have been. Dr. This writes it down, and Dr. That attempts a sympathetic murmur, watching me, judging me, smelling the crippling failure oozing from my skin, my desperation clawing. An all-consuming panic drenches over me as I gape in horror at the world and wonder why everyone is smiling and looking at me with secret knowledge of my aching shame.
Shame, shame, shame. Drown in your shame.
Inscrutable doctors. Sensible doctors. Way out doctors. Doctors you think were patients, if you weren't shown proof otherwise. They asked the same questions. They put words in my mouth. They offer chemical cures for congenital anguish. Then they cover each other's arses until I scream for you. The only doctor who touched me voluntarily, who looked me in the eye, who laughed at my gallows humor, spoken in the voice from the newly dug grave, and who took the piss when I shaved my head, and who lied and said it was not nice to see me, who lied and said it was nice to see me. I trusted you. I loved you. But it wasn't losing you that hurt me. It was your bare-faced falsehoods that masquerade as medical notes.
Your truth, your lies, not mine.
While I was believing that you were different, and that you maybe even felt the distress that sometimes flickered across your face and threatened to erupt, you were covering your arse too. We get afraid of other stupid mortal.
My mind is the subject of these bewildered fragments.
Nothing can extinguish my anger. And nothing can restore my faith.
This is not
This
a
is
world
not a world
in
in which
I wish
I wish to live.
In which I wish to live.
Have you made any plans?
Slash my wrists, take an overdose, then hang myself.
All those things together?
Couldn't possibly be misconstrued as a cry for help.
It wouldn't work.
Of course it would.
It wouldn't work. You'd start to feel sleepy from the overdose and wouldn't have the energy to cut your wrist.
I'd be standing on the chair with the noose around my neck.
If you were alone, do you think you might harm yourself?
I'm scared I might.
Could that be protective?
Yes. It's fear that keeps me away from the train tracks. I just hope to God that death is the end. I feel like I'm 80 years old and my mind wants to die.
That's a metaphor, not reality.
It's a simile.
That's not reality.
It's a metaphor. It's not a metaphor. It's a simile. But even if it were a metaphor, the defining feature of a metaphor is that it's real.
You are not 80 years old, are you? Are you? Are you?
Do you despise all unhappy people? Or is it me specifically?
I don't despise you. It's not your fault. You're ill.
I don't think so.
No?
No. I'm depressed. Depression is anger. It's what you did, who was there, and who you're blaming.
And who are you blaming?
Myself.
Body and soul can never be married. I need to become who I already am, and will bellow forever at the fact that this incongruity has committed me to hell. Insoluble hoping cannot uphold me.
I will drown in dysphoria in the cold black pond of myself, the pit of my immaterial mind. How can I return to form
Me.
now that my formal thought has gone? Not a life that I can countenance.
love me for that which destroys me, the sword in my dreams, the dust of my thoughts, the sickness that breeds in the folds of my mind.
Last in a long line of literary kleptomaniacs, a time-honored tradition. Theft is the holy act on a twisted path to expression.
A glut of exclamation marks spells impending nervous breakdown. Just a word on a page, and there is the drama. I write for the dead, the unborn.
After 4:48,
4:48,
I shall not speak again.
Not speak again. I have reached the end of his dreary and repugnant tale of ascent and turned in an alien carcass and lumped in by the malignant spirit of the moral majority.
I've been dead for a long time. Back to my roots. I sing without hope on the boundary.
RSVP ASAP.
Sometimes I turn around and catch the smell of you, and I cannot go on. I cannot go on without expressing this terrible, so awful, physical, aching longing that I have for you. And I can't believe that I can feel this way and you feel nothing. Do you feel nothing?
I go out at 6 in the morning and start my search for you. If I've dreamt a message of a street or a pub or a station, I go there and I wait for you.
You know, I really feel like I'm being manipulated.
I've never in my life had a problem giving other people what they want. But no one's been able to do that for me. No one touches me. No one gets near me. But now you've touched me. Somewhere so deep, I can't believe, and I can't be that for you. Because I can't find you.
What does she look like? And how will I know when I see her? She'll die. She'll die. She'll only die.
Do you think it's possible for someone to be born in the wrong body?
Screw you. Screw you for rejecting me by never seeing this. Screw you for making me feel like shit about myself. Screw you for bleeding the love and life out of me. Screw my father for mucking up my life for good, and screw my mother for never leaving him, but most of all, screw you, God, for making me love a person who doesn't exist. Screw you.
What's happened to your arm?
I cut it.
That's a very immature, attention-seeking thing to do. Did it give you relief?
No.
Did it relieve the tension?
No.
Did it give you relief? Did it give you relief?
No.
I don't understand why you did that.
Then ask.
Did it relieve the tension? Can I look?
No.
I'd like to look to see if it's infected.
No.
I thought you might do this. Lots of people do. It relieves the tension.
Have you ever done it? No. Far too sane and sensible. I don't know where you read that, but it does not relieve the tension. Why don't you ask me why? Why did I cut my arm?
Would you like to tell me?
Yes.
Then tell me.
Ask me why.
Why did you cut your arm?
Because it feels great. Because it feels amazing.
Can I look?
No.
And you don't think you're ill?
No.
I do. It's not your fault. But you have to take responsibility for your own actions. Please don't do it again.
I dread the loss of her I've never touched. Love keeps me a slave in a cage of tears.
I gnaw my tongue with which to her I shall never speak. I miss a woman who was never born. I kiss a woman across the years that say we shall never meet.
Everything passes, everything perishes, everything palls.
My thought walks away with a killing smile, leaving discordant anxiety which roars in my soul. No hope. No hope. No hope. No hope. No hope.
A song for my loved one. Touching her absence, the flux of her heart, the splash of her smile.
In 10 years' time, she'll be dead. When I'm living with it, feeling with it, when a few days pass, when I don't even think about it anymore, she'll still be dead. When I am an old lady living on the street forgetting my name, she'll still be dead. She'll still be dead. She'll still be dead. It's just over. And I must stand alone.
My love, why have you forsaken me?
She is the couching place. I shall never lie. And there is no meaning to life in the light of my loss. Built to be lonely, to love the absent.
Find me!
Free me from this corrosive doubt.
futile despair, horror in repose.
I can fill my space, fill my time.
But nothing will fill this void in my heart.
The vital needs for which I would die. Breakdown.
Breakdown.
No ifs or buts.
I didn't say if or but. I said no.
Can't, must, never, have to, always, won't, should, shan't, the unnegotiables. Not today.
Please, don't switch off my mind by attempting to straighten me out. Listen and understand, and when you feel contempt, don't express it. At least, not to me.
I don't feel contempt.
No?
No. It's not your fault.
It's not your fault. That's all I ever hear. It's not your fault. It's an illness. I know it's not my fault. I've been told that so many times, I'm starting to believe it is my fault.
It's not your fault.
I know.
But you allow it. Don't you?
There's not a drug on earth that can make life meaningful.
You allow this state of desperate absurdity. You allow it.
I won't be able to think. I won't be able to work.
Nothing will interfere with your work like suicide.
I dreamt I went to the doctor's, and she gave me 8 minutes to live. I'd been sitting in the waiting room for half an hour. Okay, let's do it. Let's do the chemical lobotomy. Let's shut down the higher functions of my mind, and perhaps I'll be a little more capable of living. Let's do it.
Abstraction. To the point of.
Practical, uninspiring, impenetrable.
Relevant, irreverent, irreligious, unrepentant.
I don't imagine clearly that a single soul could, would, should, or will.
And if they did, I don't think a single soul like mine clearly could, would, should, or will.
Irrespective, I know what I'm doing. All too well. No native speaker,
derailed, deranged, deformed, freeform.
Dear, to the point of true, right, correct. Anyone or anybody, each, every, all.
Drowning in a sea of logic. This monstrous state of palsy.
Still
Ill.
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 Symptoms: not eating, not sleeping, not speaking, in despair, wants to die. Diagnosis: pathological grief.
Sertraline, 50 milligrams. Insomnia worsened, severe anxiety, anorexia, weight loss of 17 kilograms, increase in suicidal thoughts, plans, and intention. Discontinued following hospitalization. Zopiclone, 7.5 milligrams. Slept. Discontinued following rash. Patient attempted to leave hospital against medical advice. Restrained by 3 male nurses twice her size. Patient threatening and uncooperative. Paranoid thoughts. Believes hospital staff are attempting to poison her. Lofopramine, 70 milligrams. Increased to 140 milligrams, then 210 milligrams. Weight gain of 12 kilograms. Short-term memory loss. No other reaction.
Argument with junior doctor, whom she accused of treachery, after which she shaved her head and cut her arms with a razor blade. Patient discharged into care of the community on arrival of acutely psychotic patient in emergency clinic in greater need of a hospital bed.
Citalopram, 20 milligrams. Morning tremors. No other reaction. Lofopramine and citalopram discontinued after patient got pissed with side effect and lack of obvious improvement. Discontinuation symptoms: dizziness and confusion. Patient kept falling over, fainting, and walking out in front of cars. Delusional ideas. Believes consultant is the Antichrist. Fluoxetine hydrochloride, trade name Prozac, 20 milligrams, increased to 40 milligrams. Insomnia, erratic appetite, weight loss of 14 kilograms. Severe anxiety, homicidal thoughts towards several doctors and drug manufacturers. Discontinued.
Mood: angry. Affect: very angry.
Venlafaxine, 75 milligrams, increased to 150 milligrams, then 225 milligrams. Dizziness, low blood pressure, headaches, No other reaction. Discontinued. Patient declines Cerazette, hypochondria. Cites spasmodic blinking and severe memory loss as evidence of tardive dyskinesia and tardive dementia.
Refused all further treatment. 100 aspirin and 1 bottle of Bulgarian Cabernet Sauvignon 1986. Patient woke up in a pool of vomit and said, "Sleep with the dog and rice full of fleas." Severe stomach pain. No other reaction.
Dark light.
The television talks, full of eyes. Now I'm so afraid.
I am so afraid.
I'm seeing things.
I'm hearing things.
I don't know who I am.
Tongue out, thought stalled.
Piecemeal crumble of my mind.
Where do I start? Where do I stop? How do I start? As I mean to go on.
How do I stop?
How do I stop?
A tab of pain.
How do I stop?
Stabbing my lungs.
How do I stop?
A tab of death.
How do I stop?
Not yet.
But it's there.
Please.
Money.
Wife.
The act is as simple, the weight of which crushes me.
A dotted line on the throat. Cut here.
Here.
Don't let this kill me!
This will kill me and crush me and send me to hell.
Beg you to save me from this madness that eats me. A sub-intentional death.
I thought I should never speak again. But now I know there is something blacker than desire.
Perhaps it will save me.
Perhaps it will kill me.
A dismal whistle that is the cry of heartbreak. Around the hellish bowl at the ceiling of my mind.
A blanket of roaches.
Cease this war.
My legs are empty.
Say. Thing to say.
There is the rhythm
And
of
There is
madness.
the rhythm
Is the rhythm of madness.
madness.
Everyone left the party because of me. I'll suck your eyes out, send them to your mother in a box, and when I die, I'm going to be reincarnated as your child. Only 50 times worse, and I'm mad as hell. I'm going to make your life a living hell. I refuse. I refuse. Look away from me.
It's all right.
Look away from me.
It's all right. I'm here.
Look away from me. at 4:48 when sanity visits.
For 1 hour and 12 minutes, I'm in my right mind.
When it is past, I shall be gone again.
Fragmented puppet. A grotesque fool.
Now I am here. I can see myself.
Oh, when I am charmed by that vile delusion of happiness.
The foul magic of this engine of sorcery.
I cannot touch my essential self. Remember the light and believe the light.
Matters more.
Stop judging by appearances and make a right judgment.
It's all right. You will get better.
Your disbelief cures nothing.
Look
Look away from me.
me.
Go away from me.
Look away from me.
from me.
Hatch opens.
Dark light.
Table, 2 chairs, and no windows.
Here I am.
Here I am.
Here I am.
And there
And there
is
is
my
my
body.
body.
And there's my body.
Accident time where there are no accidents.
You have no choice. The choice comes after. Cut out my tongue.
Tear out my hair.
Cut off my limbs.
But leave me my love.
I would rather have lost my legs.
Hold out my teeth.
Gouged out my eyes.
Then lost my love.
Flash. Flicker. Slash. Burn. Ring. Press. Punch. Slash.
It will never pass.
Flicker, flash, punch, ring, press, flash, press.
Victim. Perpetrator. Bystander.
Ring, flash, punch, flash, float, flicker, flash, punch.
That says I exist.
Slash. Punch. Flicker. Flash. Press. Burn. Slash.
And a saner life tomorrow. 193, 86, 79, 72, 65, 58, 51, 44, 37, 30, 23, 16, 9, 2. Sanity is found at the center of convulsion, where madness is scorched from the bisected soul. I know myself. I see myself. My life is caught in a web of reason, spun by a doctor to augment the sane.
At
At
4:48, I shall
shall
sleep.
4:48, I shall sleep. I came to you hoping to be healed. You are my doctor, my savior, my omnipotent judge, my priest, my God, the surgeon of my soul. And I am your proselyte to sanity.
To achieve goals and ambitions.
To overcome obstacles and attain a high standard.
To increase self-regard by successful exercise of talent.
To overcome opposition.
have control and influence over others.
To defend myself.
To vindicate the ego.
To receive attention. To be
To be
seen
seen
and
and
heard.
and heard. To excite, amaze, fascinate, shock, intrigue, amuse, entertain, or entice others.
To be free
free from social
social
restriction.
restriction.
From social restrictions.
To resist coercion and constriction.
Independent and act according to desire.
To defy convention.
To avoid pain.
To avoid shame.
To obliterate past humiliation by resumed action.
To maintain self-respect.
To repress fear.
To overcome weakness.
To belong.
To be
To be
accepted.
accepted. To draw close and enjoyably reciprocate with another.
To converse in a friendly manner. To tell stories and exchange sentiments, ideas, secrets.
Communicate. To converse.
Laugh and make jokes.
To win affection of desired others.
To adhere and remain loyal to other.
Fed, helped, protected, comforted, consoled, supported, nursed or healed.
To form mutually enjoyable, enduring, cooperating, and reciprocating relationship with others. With an equal. To be
To be
forgiven.
forgiven.
To be
To be
loved.
loved.
You've seen the worst of me.
Yes.
I know nothing of you.
No.
But I like you.
I like you.
You're my last hope.
You don't need a friend. You need a doctor.
You are so wrong.
But you have friends. You have a lot of friends. What do you offer your friends to make them so supportive? What do you offer your friends to make them so supportive? What do you offer? We have a professional relationship. I think we have a good relationship, but it's professional. I feel your pain, but I can't hold your life in my hands. You'll be all right. You're strong. I know you'll be okay because I like you. And you can't like someone who doesn't like themselves. The people I fear for are the ones I don't like because they hate themselves so much they won't let anyone else like them either. But I do like you. I'll miss you. And I know you'll be okay. Most of my clients want to kill me. When I walk out of here, at the end of each day, I need to go home to my lover and relax. I need to be with my friends and relax. I need my friends to be really together. I hate this job. And I need my friends to be sane. I'm sorry.
It's not my fault.
I'm sorry. That was a mistake.
It's not my fault.
No, it's not your fault. I'm sorry. I was trying to explain.
I know. I'm angry because I understand, not because I don't.
Fattened up.
Shored up.
Shoved up.
My body decompensates. My body flies apart. No way to reach out beyond reach. You will always have a piece of me. You've held my life in your hands.
Those brutal hands.
This will end me.
I thought it was silent till it went silent.
How have you inspired this pain? I've never understood what it is that I'm not supposed to feel. Like a bird on a wing. In a swollen sky, my mind is torn by lightning and it flies from the thunder behind.
Hatch open.
Stark light.
And nothing.
Nothing.
The nothing.
What am I like?
The child of negation.
Out of one torture chamber into another. A vile succession of errors without remission. Every step I've fallen.
They're proposing you to suicide. Anguish from which doctors can find no cure, no care to understand. I hope you never understand because I like you. I like you.
I like you.
Still black water, as deep as forever, as cold as the sky, as still as my heart. When your voice is gone, I shall freeze in hell. Of course I love you. You saved my life.
I wish you hadn't. I wish you hadn't. I wish you'd left me alone. A black and white film of yes or no, yes or no, yes or no, yes or no.
I've always loved you.
Even when I hated you.
What am I like?
Just like my father. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Hatch
Hatch
open,
opens.
Open.
Dark
Dark
light.
light.
Dark light.
the
The
rupture
rupture begins.
I don't know where to look anymore.
Tired of crowd searching, telepathy, and hope? Watch the stars, predict the past, and change the world with a silver eclipse.
The only thing that is permanent is destruction. We are all going to disappear, trying to leave a mark more permanent than myself. I've not killed myself before, so don't look for precedent.
Came before was just the beginning. A cyclical fear. That's not the moon, it's the earth. A revolution.
Dear God, what shall I do?
All I know is snow and black despair. Nowhere left to turn. An ineffectual mortal spasm. The only alternative to murder.
Please don't cut me up to find out how I died. I'll tell you how I died. 100 lofapramine, 45 zopiclone, 25 mazepam, and 20 meloril. All I had.
Swallowed.
Slit. Hung. It
It is
is done.
done.
It is done. Behold, the eunuch of castrated thought, skull on wound. The capture, the rapture, the rupture of the soul.
A solo symphony.
Warm darkness, which soaks my eyes.
I know no sin.
This is the sickness of becoming great.
Vital need for which I would die.
To be loved.
I'm dying for one who doesn't care.
Dying for one who doesn't know.
You're breaking me.
Speak.
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 10-yard ring of failure. Look away from me, my final stand. No one speaks.
Validate me. Witness me. See me. Love me.
Love me.
My final submission My final defeat. The chicken's still dancing. The chicken won't stop. I think that you think of me the way I'd have you think of me.
The final period.
The final
The
The
thing.
final
The
full
final
stop.
full stop.
Black snow falls. In death you hold me.
Never.
Never free.
Free.
I have no desire for death. No suicide ever had. Watch me vanish. Watch me vanish. Watch me vanish. Watch me. Watch. Watch me vanish. It's myself who I've never met, whose face is pasted on the underside of my mind. Please don't turn off the lights.
And now a few words from our cast and crew.
In hard times such as now, and in hard times that will inevitably come in the future, I hope that everyone is able to find a light that they can latch onto that will carry them out of the dark times.
Life is a struggle, but it is important that we be strong and move ahead. It is the darkest times that show us who we truly are, and I think that you matter.
It is always okay to ask for help, and there's always going to be someone who cares and is willing to help. There will be light.
The world will beat you down and make you feel worthless. Remember that there are people there for you and that you are worthy. You are worth more than you will ever know. Just keep pushing, and someday you will feel alive again.
Everyone always puts so much significance on finding the one that they lose themselves in the process. In this big scary world, you are the only one that matters. Always choose yourself.
The darkness may feel unbearable right now, but there's always hope. And even if you don't feel the hope, it's always going to return to you. And you will be okay. You'll be more than okay. You will thrive.
Everyone is on this planet for a reason. Find that reason. And find that reason to wake up in the morning, to be happy. Even if that reason is just to say hi to your pet turtle. Find that reason, because you are special.
My eyes stay closed and there is only darkness. But then I remember to open my eyes.
Waging war against yourself is the hardest fight to win, but you are strong. Wake up and get to the end of the day and feel accomplished and know your worth and repeat the cycle however many times it takes. You are never alone. Reach out.
There are
are so many people who love you and want to help you. No matter what, you're not alone. You matter, your feelings matter, and you are loved. Don't ever be afraid to ask for help. And if nobody's told you recently, you're beautiful.